Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace. I am Cherokee of Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, coming to you with another love reading. Because here at Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, we love talking about love. And this is for the individual, regardless of the sign, who is mourning the loss of a connection. And you may be in no contact right now. I feel this energy where it may have been for about 2 weeks or 2 months. And you're still feeling the wound of the separation as if it happened 2 hours ago, 2 minutes ago. And this is a big part of the healing process, acknowledging that you're not okay and going through the motions of the breakup, separation, not knowing what next steps would be, not knowing if you should reach out, and just all around confused. So I trust that this reading will give you some clarity on how to move forward and to help you to see your value regardless of what your stance was in the relationship. Whether there's no contact and this breakup was on behalf of a decision that you made for yourself, for your sanity, or a decision that they made for just the same reasons. We're going to tap into all of that. So take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. If you want to book a personal reading, it's easy. You can contact me in the link that's in my description. You can hit me up on any of my networks. I'm still going to direct you to my website and we can get this thing popping. I have a very straightforward booking process and I think you would like that. Let's get into your reading. It's a lot of smoke and I just inhaled it, and this is not the kind of smoke you want to inhale. So drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Click like, turn on post notifications, click the thanks button to show some love to a goddess, share the video to share the wealth, subscribe to my channel, and those are the pre-reading announcements. Don't you love announcements? All right, so Spirit, we're going to ask our Spirit guides, beautiful angels, and tarot cards to please provide us with the guided messages for the collective. I just cut the deck. I'm going to cut it again. Okay, so what is this? What is this? What's going on? Just what is this, Spirit? Just help this person to figure out what is going on. So there's definitely some mental blockages here. A lot of thoughts in the headspace, a lot of self-blame. And this person that you're in no contact with, I feel Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energies present here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Death card is what they may be feeling towards this connection. Someone may be trying to forgive themselves for something that they've done, and they are hoping that you forgave them too. I want clarification on the Death card, the Magician card, and now the Queen of Cups. So that gives me some more insight. So they are hoping that you can see past the wrong that they've done, and are hoping that this break will have you looking at them differently. I feel like this person is just focusing on new beginnings. They're focusing on the change that's in front of them. I don't think that they see the in-depth reason as to why this connection dissolved. It looks like this person makes it a habit to mess up a good thing. Like they have a history of destroying things that are perfectly fine. It's almost as if it were something that they expected and they didn't clue you in on that. This person had all of the characteristics that you thought you could manage in a relationship, only to realize that they were still feeling for the same type of treatment that they got from the person before you. So I feel like this is someone who expected you to do the same things that someone that they were with in the past to do, as if they wanted you to pick up from where they left off. And I think that they're realizing now that they can't treat every single person that they date exactly the same, because every individual is different. And it's rather difficult to say if they're taking responsibility for what occurred in your connection together. But what I can say is that they understand that they played a major part in the reason why this connection did not work out. But actually taking responsibility and saying, yeah, this was my fault. As in, this whole situation fell apart due to whether it was my dishonesty or me not being a narcissist or me being inconsiderate to your feelings. I don't think they're at that point yet. I think what they are looking at, they're looking at you as if you were someone who should have stuck around regardless. So this may be a change that you implemented. And this truth is going to sting a little bit, but they do not want to reconcile with you. And the reason why they do not want to reconcile with you is because you are not who they want to settle with. And the reason why you are not who they want to settle with is because they feel as though, or they may be feeling as though, you don't give them the satisfaction of doing what they want whenever they want at anyone's expense. They felt as though you were a prize, but they were a bigger prize. So if you were at the fair, you were the prizes on the first row, the little tiny one that you get for hitting one balloon, and they felt like they were the prize that you get after hitting 6. So this person had issues as far as valuing themselves and their significant other in the same space. They couldn't see beyond their own understanding. It was like this is like a person, they may not have been a narcissist. It's hard to say with the cards, but I could say that they are full of themselves. They were just full of themselves. And they expected you to do what the person from their past was doing for them. And because you saw that they wanted you to be something that you were not, it couldn't work. It just couldn't work. The obstacle was the 5 of Swords. It's like you can never see eye to eye. It's like you would say the sky is blue, and they would say the sky is blue-ish, just so that you wouldn't be right. They wanted things to be their way, and they know the type of person that they are. They know that they're spoiled. They know that they get whatever they want whenever they want. And because you weren't giving it to them in that way, because they're used to people always bowing down to what they want, and you wouldn't, it just wasn't working. I feel right now that this person is looking for something that's that's not as deep as what you would have wanted. And I think that you should be grateful to the universe for the fact that they showed you who they were in the beginning and didn't wait until the long run to do so. And the reason why you're mourning the loss of this connection is because although this relationship may not have been a very, very long relationship, it felt good for you because they spoke to your soul at first. This person seemed to have been two people at once. They're nurturing, they're kind, they're considerate, but when their shadow self appeared, they were inconsiderate, unkind, and vindictive. And now they want to live a certain lifestyle that looks good to whomever is looking in, and they don't care what it really feels like being a part of the relationship, as if they don't care if the relationship is working well. As long as it looks good, that's all this person cares about. And that's not deep enough for you. And this is not something that, if you care about yourself as much as you say you do, this is not someone that you would want to commit to, at least not while they feel this way. They feel like you were someone who could show them things about themselves that they didn't know about, but they're just not ready for that. They wanted what they wanted. And because you were too mature for them, they chose not to see your worth. And that's why it was their way or nothing. It's like they wheeled you in with what you wanted because I felt like you told them like what you needed to be emotionally supportive. You were open and you were honest and you were clear, and they reflected that. It's like you divulged so much information so soon and they used that. So they may have seen, you may have like a public profile or something, like I think this person, like you may have met online and they knew about you before you knew about them. And they knew the type of things that you like. So your spirit guides are also saying that you have to be careful with what you post on the internet. Like people prey on you and they plan for you. And then you think it's so like, oh my God, it's so good. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. Like how do I ever deserve this? Like I finally found somebody who gets me. And they got you at first. And then they got you for real. And then they got what they needed. And then you had to pull back because they only saw things from their point of view. And they were deceptive about it. And they wanted to win at any cost. This is also someone who is very competitive. What else was the obstacle in this connection of why this no contact is so necessary? That's a lot of cards, but we're going to read them all. See, look, here's your heartbreak. Here's your indecision about whether you should contact them or not. And here's your spirit guides telling you to remember your worth while you're feeling alone because you don't have that space filled, that void filled with this person and it's empty. But what you're forgetting while you're remembering only the good times is that they were filling a space with emptiness. You know how it's like eating an iced sandwich. It's gonna be filling for a little while, but eventually you're gonna be hungry again. And they were like your space filler. So if you were thinking for 1 second that this is someone that you needed to have in your life for the long haul, they weren't it. This was your karmic. Let's see what they're saying to you. Okay, this one came out. We both know I am not the one for you. Ain't that something? We both know I'm not the one for you. This person got what they wanted from the relationship. They looked back and realized, yeah, I really did. I might have did some things, but not really taking full responsibility for it. It was just full of trickery and dishonesty, and they always wanted to make sure that you took the blame for things so that they didn't have to feel bad about it. They're not having any kind of anything. There's a part of them that says they wish they treated you better, which is great. But at the end of the day, they knew that they couldn't because they have other things going on. They have other things going on. This person wants to live like the Joneses. I feel like they're working right now on building a life that looks good to other people. And you wasn't on that fake shit. You wasn't on that, oh, okay, let's just build a life that looks good to other people. So they may have wanted to be content creating. And it's just so vain, that the things that they wanted you to do. And you were just like, yo, I mean, even if I was to go into that kind of business or an OnlyFans or whatever the case may be, or even something that might not have been a virtual business, but just going into any kind of monetary contract, you didn't want to do that with someone that you couldn't trust. So someone is lightheaded, or maybe that's me. When someone feels light, I think you're feeling lighter now to know that you dealt with someone that, look at this, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Look, we got to take this into perspective and recognize when it's time to let go, folks. We got to recognize when it's time to let go. When we're dealing with somebody who cannot appreciate who we are and what we stand for, who tries to make you into something that you're not and villainize you for not being able to adjust to accommodate what they're feeling, what they're doing, what they want, and then leave you high and dry to pick up the pieces when they're through with you. Lucky for the whomever is in this situation, you know, I feel like you were the one who pulled back and you didn't even say anything. But you just need strength right now, because in those dark moments, or those moments where you're inspired by love, you might be binge watching romantic movies and romanticizing the relationship and forgetting that this person was great when they were great, but when they were bad, they were horrid. And you have to put a sticky on that. You have to realize that this was not the right connection for you, and there will be others, and release it. Just like your guides are saying, release your ex. You didn't deserve this. They know that they should have treated you better. And you knew that you should not have accepted what they were willing to give. The moment that you realized that, hey, they can't treat me how I want to be treated. You thought those butterflies in your stomach was something that was great. No, that was anxiety, because your spirit was unsettled. So 2 months plus of no contact is fucking amazing. And you should congratulate yourself for not responding when they hit you up. You should also congratulate yourself, give yourself credit, take a shot of vodka, kava, whatever it is that you drink, or send praises up to the God that you serve for keeping you away from someone who was mentally draining you and didn't appreciate you and wanted you to be something that you're not. So if you were looking for a sign to know if you should hit your ex up to say, hey, I just wanted to see how you were doing, this is your sign not to. All right, so that is all that I have for you. I hope this message resonated with someone, because you needed to hear this before you got weak and did some shit that you didn't mean to do. And we'll address this in another reading, just in case you hit them up anyway, and how you can recover from doing that, because I know some of you already did. All right, so this is all that I have for y'all. Love and light, and we'll talk soon, tribe.